Coach Raiko warned Filipino basketball fans not to expect miracles in Serbia. What can you say about that?
The root cause of hype is hope.
Coach Raiko would know better than anybody else what we're going to go up against in Serbia, and I think he's 100% right. I think in Serbia we're going to be playing the Serbian national team, which is trying to make it to the Olympics. It's at home. We play with a lot of expectation here in the Philippines from our public, but it's more out of passion for success. In Serbia, there's a definitive expectation that they conduct themselves like the best basketball team in the world, and they play like that. And if they don't, the criticism is harsh, and the reaction from the fans and from the administration, the management of basketball in Serbia is extremely harsh as well. So it's an entirely different type of pressure, and I suspect that they'll be waiting for us, and I don't think that our results here are going to help us too much when we get there. I think
Isa na namang gwapo at gwapang araw sa inyong lahat. Tuloy na ang tune-up game ng Gilas Pilipinas versus China on June 23 at 4:30 p.m. na gaganapin sa loob ng Angeles University Foundation Gym instead of 2 tune-up games. The organizer decided na isang tune-up game na lang due to time constraints na sa June 24 ay lilipad na ang Gilas national team kasama si Sotto sa Belgrade to try to qualify para sa Tokyo Olympics. At dito na natin masasaksihan ang tapatang Changxing and Sotto, dalawang higante sa Asia ngayon. China acknowledges the superior performance of Gilas national team by sweeping its group and more importantly winning over Korea in 2 successive games. Ginulat ang China sa talent level ng Gilas at pati na sa height. No wonder dahil this Gilas team has the tallest frontcourt combination sa history ng Philippine basketball. At ito ang sabi ng coach ng China about the Gilas showing sa FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. For this Asia Cup qualifiers, the Philippine team actually had good games, and I think the games which we will play against them will be a good experience for us before we play our opponents in the OQT against Canada and Greece. At alam rin ng China na iba na ang nilalaro ngayon ng Gilas Pilipinas compared noon. Kung noon ay guard-centered ang ating opensa, ngayon naman ay meron na tayong mga malalaking players na kumamada sa loob at yan ang dahilan kung bakit beneficial rin sa Chinese team ang tune-up game against Gilas. And thanks to the new system installed by Coach Baldwin. And it is very interesting to watch kung ano ang magagawa ni Sotto over Changxing ng China na isang 7'5 player pero tila naman may kabagalan compared to Sotto. But China is not a one-man army. Meron pa silang Zhou, isang former NBA player who stands a shade over 7 feet na nasa peak pa ng kanyang basketball career at siya ang match-up na inabangan rin ng sambayan ng Pilipino at pati na ng international basketball community. This is another team compared sa Korea. While Korea has Ricardo Ratliff, hindi naman height ang puhunan ni Ratliff kundi ang kanyang power and strength. Compare dito sa China ay halos makapareho lang ang body build ni Sotto, Zhou, and Changxing. In other words, ay baka kayang ma-dominate ni Sotto ang China by using power moves na siyang binigyang focus niya during the last FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. Baka makakaya pa niya ang mga 7-footers ng China na kalabawin. That is an interesting sideline. Although sinabi rin ni Coach Baldwin na sana gagamitin rin ni Sotto ang kanyang finesse game dahil sa ngayon ay hindi pa ready ang kanyang katawan na maglararo ng power play. Which I agree. I miss those pump fakes of Sotto inside the basket, ang kanyang mga drop step at ang kanyang mga insane footwork na mahihilo talaga ang kalaban pag ito'y kanyang ginagamit, especially against smaller defenders. And our tune-up game versus China is very important dahil after this ay maglalaro na naman ang ating Gilas national team para sa isang elite tournament sa Belgrade for the Olympic qualifying tournament na makakatapat natin ang host Serbia and Dominican Republic. At alam ni Coach Baldwin kung gaano kagaling ng Serbian national team. They are not only aiming to beat Gilas, but they wanted to be the best in the world. Yan ang mentality ng mga Serbian players when they battle against our very young Gilas team. But the Gilas team isn't phased. With Kai Sotto, Ange Guame, Carl Tamayo, and Justin Baltazar, ay meron na tayong pantapat height for height and talent for talent against Serbia. Pero ano nga ba ang ating chances of winning against Serbia? Sa kabila ng kasiyahan ng Gilas Pilipinas dahil sa tagumpay nito sa FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, nagbabala ang Gilas head coach na si Tab Baldwin sa national team. Can't get ahead of itself as it continues to push towards the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Magsisimula na ang training ng Gilas Pilipinas ngayong Martes, just a few days after the youthful squad swept its 3 matches inside the Clark bubble, including 2 against longtime rival Korea that brought joy to home fans. We can't get ahead of ourselves, Baldwin said. This is a good start, but we have to stay focused. Again, I keep coming back to that theme of improvement. We have to keep focused on what we don't do well. There's a lot of that still. Ang focus ng Gilas ngayon ay nakatuon sa FIBA Olympic Qualifying Tournament sa Belgrade na gaganapin ngayong darating na June 29 to July 4, where the chances of Gilas to advance to Tokyo is unlikely considering it is facing Serbia and Dominican Republic in the preliminaries. Former Gilas Pilipinas coach Raiko Toroman warned Filipino fans not to expect a miracle in Serbia. Baldwin agreed. Coach Raiko would know better than anybody what we are going to go up against in Serbia, and I think he is 100% right. In Serbia, we are going to be playing a Serbian national team which is trying to make it to the Olympics. It's at home. We play with a lot of expectations here in the Philippines from our public, but it's more out of passion for success. In Serbia, there is a definitive expectation that they conduct themselves like the best basketball team in the world, and they play like that. And if they don't, the criticism is harsh and the reaction from the fans, from the administration, from the management of basketball in Serbia is extremely harsh as well, said the concurrent program director of the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas, SBP. Nag-expect si Coach Tab Baldwin na ang Serbia doesn't take the Philippines lightly, especially after Gilas' performance in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. I suspect that they will be waiting for us, and I don't think our results here are going to help us too much when we get there. Perhaps they might be looking a little bit more closely at us than they might have otherwise looked at us. I expect that this is going to be great lessons for our players, but I know that our players are going to go there and fight, and that's what we have to do, Baldwin said. Hey. Get the chance to win this brand new iPad just by watching this video from start to finish without skipping. At pag-aabot na tayo ng 100,000 subscribers ay ipamimigay na namin ang aming napakagandang giveaway. Gusto mo bang manalo sa ating promo? Well, huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe sa ating channel, like this video, and share it sa mga social media sites. And lastly, don't forget to make a positive comment about our video and done. You can be the lucky winner. But wait, paki-subscribe na rin sa ating bagong channel na may sports balita para sa mga mahilig sa sports, hindi lang sa basketball. Peace out!